What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be breaking down my Lightning Invoker Endgame build in hardcore solo self-found for Path of Exile 2 patch 0.3. This build has absolutely insane and satisfying AoE clear with Falling Thunder, and can one-shot T3 pinnacle bosses with a simple 2 support gem swap and some new lineage support gem tech. It's incredible for farming Abyss, Breach, and Ritual, which are some of the best endgame content to farm in patch 0.3, especially in HCSSF. Most importantly, defensive-wise, it feels pretty cozy with Chaos Inoculation, and the character is currently sitting at 27k effective HP with 10k energy shield. This character is somewhere in the top 100 on the global HCSSF leaderboards at the time of this recording, and in the top 10 of all invokers as well. With that out of the way, let's get into the build specifics. For a detailed breakdown of everything mentioned in this video, you can always check out my written guide on Mobalytics. A link is in the video description. If you're just starting out and looking to get your monk through the campaign safely and quickly, check out my other video breaking down the campaign experience. Alright, first off, I want to go over the map clearing skill and support gem setup. The first skill is Storm Wave, which I use at range to take out monsters and generate corpses. These corpses will be consumed to generate power charges via Profane Ritual, which has been socketed into Reaper's Invocation. Power charges will then enhance the amount of projectiles and damage that Falling Thunder does, creating extremely satisfying explosions of lightning that clear entire screens thanks to the Nova Projectiles support gem. Here is the full support gem breakdown. Alright, so starting off with Storm Wave, we are using Rapid Attacks 2 for extra attack speed, Rage 3 for extra attack speed before we reach full rage, and 5 rage on hit, Branching Fissures 2 for more clearing potential, Elemental Armament 2 for more elemental attack damage, and Innervate, which gives us a massive damage boost, not only for Storm Wave, but for Tempest, Flurry, and Falling Thunder if we're using those in conjunction with having Innervate. Next up, we have Falling Thunder. This is going to be the main AoE clearing ability, and on it we're using Ambrosia. Make sure when you're using Ambrosia to have a mana flask with increased charges, as many increased charges as possible. This will allow you to take advantage of this as much as possible with the 3% of damage as extra lightning damage per mana flask charge consumed. Next up, we have Elemental Armament 2 for extra elemental attack damage, Inevitable Critical, increasing its critical chance, and Ricochet 2. This is actually incredible. It bounces off walls pretty consistently with Ricochet 2 on, which really helps because the projectiles from Falling Thunder aren't actually like true projectiles that fly over like terrain and stuff. So you can get kind of griefed a little bit by terrain. So having the ability to have your projectiles bounce off terrain, especially in closer combat situations, is very helpful. For bossing, I'm using Tempest Flurry to attack quickly and generate combo points. These combo points will be used to generate power charges via Hand of Chelua. This is socketed with Sniper's Mark and a new lineage support gem called Aelith's Chimes, which is the key here. Chimes expends combo points to generate power charges, based on the amount of combo points you've generated. My max power charge limit is 6 at the moment, so I usually go for 60 combo points before using Hand of Chelua to instantly gain 6 power charges. Then all you have to do is use Falling Thunder to deal massive damage as it gains damage from combo points through Culmination, power charges, being ancestrally boosted through Fists of War, and critting, which will ignore enemy resistances because of the Invoker Ascendancy node Sunder My Enemies. This all comes together to create a massive shotgun effect as the boss gets hit with all of the Falling Thunder projectiles at once, dropping them instantly. Here is a full support gem breakdown. So the first skill that we will cover is Tempest Flurry. The Tempest Flurry is supported with Rapid Attacks 2 for extra 25% attack speed, Rage 3 for extra 15% attack speed while not at full rage. This helps significantly as well. Crescendo 2 for more attack speed, Practice Combo for a chance to generate an additional combo point, and Rigwald's Ferocity. So I have Tempest Flurry set to be used with Weapon Set 1, which enables it with Rigwald's Ferocity to have 20% more attack speed. And yeah, this setup right here will have you attacking super duper quickly, even with a quarterstaff, to generate those combo charges, which in turn will help you destroy bosses even faster. Okay, next up we have Falling Thunder. Falling Thunder uses the same 3 support gems that I covered earlier, but we will be swapping in Fists of War 3 for Ricochet and Culmination 2 for Nova projectiles. So what this does is it ancestrally boosts your Falling Thunder. The effect of Ancestral Boost has been doubled. So we're getting double the 30% more damage and the 25% increased area of effect, which is massive. And we only need to use this once. So the cooldown of 14 seconds does not apply to us. And then Culmination 2. This is adding a significant amount of damage now, because essentially what this is that while you're building up combo points with Tempest Flurry, we have Culmination in Hand of Chailua, which is allowing us to use combo points to generate power charges. But we're also taking advantage of it in Falling Thunder because it gives us 3% more damage per combo. So at 60 power charges, we're doing 3% damage increase times 60, which ends up being a massive amount of damage. So yeah, these 3 things are very important. Lastly, I'll break down the spirit gems that this character is using. Thanks to the Invoker Ascendancy notable Lead Me Through Grace, this character has all the spirit he will ever need to use 5 spirit gems, which will support the build in various ways. Here is the full spirit and support gem breakdown. So we have Meditate. I love this skill so much. It comes in such handy. It gives you energy shield overflow, and it just gets you recharging that energy shield really, really quickly. So on it, I have cooldown recovery 2 for increased cooldown recovery rate, second wind 3. So we have a little bit more usage with the 2 uses instead of 1, and rapid casting 2 for the cast speed increase. And now let's go over the 5 spirit gems that this character is using. Starting off with Reaper's Invocation. As I mentioned previously, this is the skill that we are using to generate power charges in conjunction with Profane Ritual. So with Profane Ritual, you're consuming those corpses to generate power charges. And with Reaper's Invocation, it's a meta skill that gains energy every time you kill something with a melee attack. So as you kill stuff, which you'll be doing very quickly, you'll be getting energy, which will allow you to cast up to 5 Profane Rituals at once, generating you basically max power charges constantly. And this is supported with Compressed Duration 2 for less skill effect duration, Charge Profusion, giving us a chance to gain an additional charge, and Boundless Energy for increased energy generation. Next up, Herald of Thunder. No introduction needed there. And now on this, we're using Elemental Armament 2 for the attack damage, Elemental Focus, Long Shot 2, and Lightning Mastery as well. Next up, we have Blasphemy, another spirit gem that I feel like I just can't live without. It's so strong and for defensive purposes. And on Blasphemy, we're using, of course, temporal chains to slow down enemies. This is really where the beauty of Blasphemy comes from, is being able to run temporal chains. Slowing down enemies so that they can't hit you or stun you or interrupt your Falling Thunder is a massive benefit to have with this. And on here, we have Magnified Area 2 for a larger AoE, and Ritualistic Curse for increased area of effect for curses. Next up, we have Ghost Dance. Even though I don't have a lot of evasion, Ghost Dance is still very, very good. So I would recommend using this. You have to take advantage of any way that you can regenerate energy shield, and getting hit and generating energy shield is just a instant way to get some, is really, really powerful. So on here, we have Compressed Duration 2 for less skill effect duration. This helps us gain those charges back quicker. Clarity 1 for some mana regen. And Cool Headed. I found this one super helpful as well. The ignites can absolutely melt your character if you're not careful sometimes. So having 50% less ignite duration is definitely a bonus. And then Wind Dancer for the extra evasion layers as well. And on here, we are using Blind 2, Maim, and Magnified Area 2. All right, next, let's take a look at the passive tree. So on the Invoker Ascendancy, I've decided to go with Lead Me Through Grace for the extra spirit generation based on our body armor. Meditate, which is an absolutely massive thing to get, especially in hardcore solo self-found, for those pesky moments when your energy shield gets drained, or to just overflow. When I overflow, I'm usually sitting at around 15,000 energy shield, which is super nice. I Am Thunder for extra lightning damage and shocked ground. And Sunder My Enemies, critical hits ignore enemy monster resistances, elemental resistances. This is absolutely massive, especially because we will be critting a lot with Stormwave, but mostly with Falling Thunder. And then let's move into the beginning of the monk tree here. So picking up the critical damage bonuses here. Increased damage with crit. We're actually stacking this with this actual critical node here for more increased damage when you've dealt a crit recently, which is huge. More crit stuff here, more energy shield evasion stuff at the beginning as well. I've moved over into the witch side of the tree to pick up crit, energy shield stuff here, and energy shield stuff here as well. Down over here, I actually really want to anoint subterfuge mask. I'm just waiting to get the black essence or the black liquid emotion to be able to do that, which will save me quite a few points. So at the moment, half this path down here, but right now I'm looking to get that anointed on my amulet. And then I have this set to weapon set 2. So when I'm using Stormwave, I'm actually casting it a little bit quicker. And then on weapon set 1, I've gone for the Chakra of Rhythm area for more attack damage, combo point generation, and attack speed, which helps with bossing. So down here, we have Walker of the Wilds. I really recommend this node, especially because this build is super mana intensive. You want to be getting at least one piece of gear with mana leech. For me, it's been the gloves. So on these gloves, I have a tier 2 mana leech. And this Walker of the Wilds changes mana leech to elemental damage instead of fizz. Then we got some critical stuff here. This is all really good. I'm in the quarterstaff area as well for crit damage, chance, and attack speed. Power charges. This one's great because it gives you critical damage bonus when you consume power charges, and it gives you 2 maximum power charges. And then finally, branching off down here for the Careful Assassin node, Chaos Inoculation, the extra Jewel Sought, and Patient Barrier for the big 60% increased maximum energy shield as well. But let's go over the jewels. So with the jewels, we're looking for maximum energy shield, stun threshold based on maximum energy shield, crit chance, crit damage, and elemental damage. All of those will be super helpful for this build. So we have a decent jewel with 3 out of 4 here. This one is 2 out of 4, I believe. Stun threshold, maximum energy shield. The cold pen is also nice, and the damaging ailment duration is also nice, but not the perfect rolls that I would want. So looking to replace that one. And here we have max energy shield, crit damage bonus, energy charge, recharge rate. So yeah, 3 out of 4 on the jewel here, but not a perfect roll, and something I will probably looking to replace later as well. All right, so next, let's take a look at the gear for this character. Starting off with the quarterstaff. This is a pretty chunky quarterstaff sitting at top end damage of 600 with the +6 attack skills and the chance to gain onslaught. This is pretty nice. I don't expect to be replacing this for a while. I wish that the physical life leech was actually like a nice crit roll or attack speed. That would make this weapon absolutely perfect. But for the moment, this will absolutely do. It gives me a massive damage increase, and I am very happy with this weapon. Next off, we have the body armor. The body armor is also quite solid as well, sitting at 869 energy shield. Sadly, it has not gotten the resistance that I want. I need to actually annul this desecration and hit like lightning or fire to cap up my resistances. But for the moment, this will be an extremely strong body armor with the reduced crit damage taken and the double faster start of energy shield recharge rolls as well. Yeah, it also hit T4 increased energy shield, which is not ideal, but overall, not bad. If that was T1, this would easily be a 1,000 energy shield body armor. Next up, we have the helmet. So the helmet is 467 energy shield. It's got crit chance on it, a nice roll of crit chance with almost max rolled T1, energy recharge, energy shield recharge rate, resistance, and some decent rolls of T1, T2, and T4 energy shield as the prefixes. Next up, the boots. These are decent boots. I'm looking to get 35s in the near future, but for now we have a decent roll of energy shield, T4 and T2, and then 30% movement speed, double resistances, all that you really need with some boots. These gloves are gloves that I'm looking to replace as well, but I'm finding it quite hard to get good energy shield rolls, flat damage, as well as attack speed and mana leech. So I've gotten lucky with a few of these putrefaction desecrations for the helmet and for the gloves, which have been super great. but looking to craft some better gloves in the future because I want to get more energy shield out of these gloves, as well as have the damage from attack speed, flat damage, and the mana leech as well. Next, let's go over the rings and jewelry. So here's the first ring. This is a ring that I used previously before I went to Chaos Inoculation. So the Chaos resistance has no bearing here, but it's a nice triple flat damage roll, some dexterity, and a double resistance. This is a solid ring. So I'm looking to basically add in more attack catalyst to boost this up even more. Next, we have this ring. This ring will actually be replaced, but it is a nice triple resistance with a double fire resistance roll. So with this ring, I will actually be replacing it with this ring that I'm crafting right here, which has double T1 and T2 flat damage, double resistance, and I'm looking to desecrate this for a nice juicy fire resistance roll as well. Next up, we have the amulet. On the amulet, I'm using the Wild Cat for extra deflection rating, increased evasion while moving, and dexterity, but I will be replacing this with Subterfuge Mask in the future. And then I have on here energy shield, max energy shield, and energy shield roll for the base, armor, crit damage bonus, double resistances, and the global defense suffix from the essence. Finally, we have the belt. So I always recommend for this build to go with the heavy belt base for the increased stun threshold. And then on here, we have armor, max life, which doesn't matter, and then double resistances. Also looking to replace this belt with the same base. But maybe a triple resistance with stun threshold and armor as well, as this will definitely help you from getting stunned quite frequently. Next up with the flask. So I'm using the Blood of the Warrior Gargantuan flask. You can activate this while you're just mapping or bossing to basically stop your rage from going away. Because we don't need life due to CI, this is actually the best in slot flask until you maybe get like I don't even know. I think that this probably is the best in slot flask. Just to prevent rage from going down and keeping yourself nice and juiced up with rage. And then I went over the mana flask before, but you essentially want to get increased charges to support the Ambrosia support gem. And then here we have the Thawing Charm, Nascent Hope, which is incredibly strong. If you can find one of these, I'd highly recommend chucking it on because it gives you energy shield recharge upon getting frozen. And then I have the Stun Charm and the Ignite Charm as well. All right, everybody, that wraps it up for this HCSSF Lightning Invoker Endgame build guide. If you have any questions about the build or suggestions to improve it, feel free to leave a comment below or stop by my Twitch channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more PoE 2 content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.